Good afternoon, everyone. Sir, I think we can start now.
Yeah, good afternoon. So I hope we can kind of start by now, right? Since almost all of you are here. So as mentioned yesterday, today we are kind of going to see a basic strategy that you may actually use. Okay, you may basically try using it while trading. Now, along with that, definitely you need to know how to place an order, how to place a trade. All these things you need to know. So what I'm planning to do is I'll actually give you a recorded video where like I'm kind of explaining the different order types. So we actually have the content. So some live trade examples will also be given to you. So you may directly refer to that examples. And today we'll basically get started with the strategy. Okay, because like we definitely have our own limitations, right? Time limitations. So this is a basic trading setup that I'm going to share with you. So please like stay attentive. So I hope you can see my screen by now, right? So my screen should be kind of visible to all of you by now. Yeah, fine. Okay, so all of you are kind of able to see the screen, I understand. Okay, now let's get started. So the thing is, yesterday we kind of talked about support and resistance. I also told you support is a price level from where we kind of expect the stock price to pick up, and resistance is a price level from where the stock price drops down. Okay. So now what I can kind of say is like what I kind of see on this chart is this is kind of acting as a resistance, this particular level, like around 19,150. This level is kind of acting as a resistance. Earlier, this was kind of acting as a support. The price was actually hitting here, picking up from this point. This was kind of acting as a support earlier. Multiple times it has acted as a support. Now it is kind of acting as a resistance for this index. So this is the chart of Bank Nifty. So this is the chart of Bank Nifty May futures. Okay, Bank Nifty May futures meaning so we are basically trading the index. We are not directly trading the stock. Instead, we are actually trading the index. Okay, now, mm, yeah. So this is something. This was something that I was actually working out today, like something that I was trading on. I don't know if you can see. Can you see my screen? Yeah. So today, like I was kind of able to capture some good moves on the stock. So So I was able to capture nearly some 81,000 rupees trading Bank Nifty. Okay. Now the concepts that I'm going to teach you today are basically based on price action. Price action meaning how price behaves at different levels. So how the price of stocks kind of behave at different price levels. So that is what we are going to discuss. Now the thing is, now the thing that you should understand is so this is May futures. So when you're trading futures contract, the capital requirement is very high. So I always request, I kind of request somebody, since I understand that most of you are beginners attending the session over here, we should always start off with trading with stocks. So can you tell me any stock which we can have a look at? Anyone? Any stock? Any particular stock? HUL. Okay, first one was HUL. Birla. SBI India. Okay. DMART. Okay, so as far as possible, you kind of stick with stocks from Nifty 50. Okay, as far as possible. This is the chart of Hindustan Unilever. So today, if I kind of ask about today's market, what was the market condition today? So can you please tell me what was the kind of market that we experienced today? So what are the kind of market we are experiencing today? Rise, then dip. Okay. So basically, I can say that this is like today's market condition was bullish. Bullish meaning the price of the stocks were up. I'll show you the site nseindia.com. So today we kind of had a bullish market condition. So NSE site is taking too much time to load. Okay, just show you over here. So today I'm kind of done for the day by like 10 o'clock morning. Sorry, 11 o'clock. I was kind of done for the day. Okay, it's taking time to load. So what you should kind of realize is okay, the index was bullish today. If you just check this out, index was like Nifty 50 has picked up by 1.8 percentage. Yesterday we saw that it had picked up by nearly 3 percentage. Today it has actually picked up by 1.8 percentage. Okay, it has picked up by 1.8 percentage. Market was in an uptrend. Now, whatever I'm going to discuss from hereafter, I request each one of you to note down in a piece of paper. Okay. So first of all, as far as possible, or I suggest you to always trade on stocks from Nifty 50. Now you know which are the stocks in Nifty 50, right? Why is the site not loading? I don't know why the site is not working. Some issues are going on with this site. Okay, I'll do something. Now, since the website is kind of not loading, I will actually mail you. I'll kind of mail you the list of stocks on Nifty 50. You can directly have a look at it. Okay. So now their website is, now it's loading. Something is wrong, I guess. Maybe too much load or something. Site is not working good. So these are the stocks in Nifty 50, HDFC Bank, Tata Motors, UPL. Okay, or these are the stocks in Nifty 50. Okay, so first thing that you should kind of keep in mind is that you are always going to trade on Nifty 50 stocks. So the major stocks that are listed in the National Stock Exchange, these should be the ones that you should be actively trading in. If you kind of ask me why, because this is the stock that majority of the people are actively watching on, majority of the people are actively trading in, and the volume is good. Volume meaning large participation is there. So because of that, it is very good to trade in Nifty 50 stocks. So please stay away from penny stocks and all because you'll be having a tendency to go with penny stocks. What about Nifty mid 50? So I told you right, Nifty 50. So Nifty 50 means Nifty 50, not mid 50, small cap. Okay, don't go for that. Okay. I'm telling you that because volume is going to be higher. So somebody who is actually getting started with the market, this would be the best thing to do. Let's get back. First thing that you should kind of do is out of these stocks that is actually existing in the market, out of these stocks that is kind of existing in the market, you should kind of make sure that you get familiar with some of them. Okay. So to get familiar with the stocks, what you should kind of do is you should definitely. So if it is Tata Steel, or if it is Tata Motors, or if it is Bajaj Finance. So yesterday we were talking about Bajaj Finance, I guess. Right. So if it is Bajaj Finance, definitely then take out a chart of Bajaj Finance. So people like yesterday we had marked the level. Remember? I don't know how many of you remember now. Yesterday we told okay, Bajaj Finance is actually at a resistance level. Do you remember that? Yes or no? See why nobody is kind of answering. Yesterday we had market level. Yesterday people who attended a stage session. So yeah. So today what kind of happened? Just have a look at it. So what kind of happened? The price actually opened. Okay, yesterday this was the level that we marked. The price kind of opened over here, again fell down. Then remember, like yesterday, I had mentioned something to you. If price is actually breaking above this resistance level, I kind of told you there is a chance that price is going to go to the next level, which is over here. So do you people remember that? And just have a look at the chart, what has happened. So price actually broke above this level. It kind of found a resistance over here. Okay. It kind of broke this level. It kind of found a resistance over here. Now again it kind of came down, picked up, found a resistance over here, came down, find a support over here. Now from here again it picked up, found a resistance over here. Again it kind of came down, found a support over here, picked up a bit, came down. So it is kind of finding a support over here. So all of you who kind of attended yesterday's session, it will be pretty much obvious to you that I have actually marked these levels the previous day, right? So now if you kind of ask me like, did I do some like prediction or something? No, see, because like it is pretty much clear from the chart that the price faces a resistance over here. Looking at the chart, the price actually faces a resistance over here. It is pretty much evident. So based on that only I told you, if this level is getting broken, high chance that the price can actually go to the next level, that is over here. And that is kind of exactly what happened today also. Okay. So somebody who would have made use of this opportunity, like some kind of money you would have definitely made. Okay. So all these things, people like it kind of comes with practice, marking levels and all. So just because 2 3 days we just talk like this, you won't be actually directly prepared. I request all of you to practice. But by now, all of you have got a basic understanding, right? Now, uh, okay, can somebody just volunteer so that I can just enable the audio? Can somebody just come up so that I can just enable the audio? So yeah, who's the person? Yeah, Madhu.
Hello.
Yeah, hi Madhu.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. So Madhu, like, I hope you're able to follow whatever I'm speaking, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So all of you, please write down in a piece of paper whatever is going to be mentioned. So when it comes to picking stocks for trading, first point that you should kind of notice that the stock should kind of have a particular trend associated with it. Okay.
Okay.
When you
Yes, sir.
check out the 1 day time frame, when you kind of check out the 1 day time frame, when you look at the chart, oh, when you kind of check out the chart in the 1 day time frame, okay, meaning time frame is one day, you should
Fine.
always have a trend associated with this. So in this case, like what kind of trend do you see?
Decreasing, sir.
Yeah. So okay, just a second. Like I don't know why I'm not able to delete these lines. Okay. So Madhu, like when you're looking specifically at the chart, so the trend
Yes, sir.
will be for the last 3 to 5 days. So what I'm asking you is figure out. So write this down, people. Like figure out what is the trend associated with the stock for the last 3 to 5 days. If I take into consideration the last 3 to 5 days, does the stock has any particular trend associated with this? Like, including today. So today is 1 day, yesterday, day before yesterday, the day before that, and before that. So these 5 candles, does the stock has a particular trend associated with it? Do you think? Any idea?
It's it's kind of decreasing, sir. Like
Okay.
mostly decreasing.
So if I kind of ask like last 3 to 5 days, so 4, 5, yeah, it's kind of decreasing, right?
Yes, sir.
I can say that the stock was kind of falling down. So today Bajaj Finance is falling down. Okay, Bajaj Finance
Yes,
is
sir.
actually falling down. So I told you that the
Yes,
overall index is actually bullish today. Overall market is actually up.
yes, sir.
So overall sentiment on the market is actually up. Now, Looking at the chart of Bajaj Finance, okay, last 3 to 5 days, I realize the stock has been in a downtrend. So today specifically, if I check, the stock is still in a downtrend. So what we
Yes, sir.
understand from this? So even when the overall market is up, the stock is falling down. The stock has been in a sense of downtrend for the last 3 to 5 days. So what can you interpret from this? Just try to answer. Just think. Even if it goes wrong, it's perfectly fine. See, a stock.
We can't expect it to rise for Bajaj Finance as of now. At this scenario, we can't expect it to rise for
Yeah.
Bajaj Finance.
So what I'm
So
telling.
it's not a good idea to invest.
Yeah. So the thing is, considering this particular stock, the stock has been in a continuous downtrend for the last 3 to 5 days. Now, when I check over the overall index, the index is kind of behaving positive. But today, like still, Bajaj Finance is actually still falling down. Even when the overall index is bullish, Bajaj
Yes, sir.
Finance is actually falling down right now. Okay. So the thing is, like you kind of interpret it in that manner. So whichever stock you study, interpret it in this manner. You try to check what is the trend associated with the stock for the last 3 to 5 days. So how is the trend of the stock today as compared to the overall index? So I realized that even though the index is up, Bajaj Finance is actually falling down. Okay.
Yes.
Now, what kind of opportunity can I actually check for in the stock? What kind of opportunity? So is it short selling? So as a trader, so as far as a trader is concerned, is it short selling opportunity or long positions that I can actually check out for? So definitely. So since it is short selling, definitely I can check out for short selling opportunities, right? Now the thing is
Yes, sir.
that so not today, like tomorrow. So let's assume so today's market is almost done. 3:30 market closes. So I realized that this stock has a continuous downtrend for the last 3 to 5 days. Today the market is today even when the market is up, the stock is not performing good. Stock is kind of falling down. Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
so Madhu, like, may I just ask you this question? What has kind of happened? Okay, what is kind of going to happen to the stock if index is falling tomorrow? If Nifty is kind of having a downside trend tomorrow, what would you expect from the stock?
Uh, I think
See,
the starting value will be low, sir. It'll start from a low value and it'll go down.
fine. So even though today the index was picking up, the stock was kind of falling down. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, uh, now what kind of happens is what is yeah. So even though the index is kind of falling down, the stock is actually uh, sorry. Even though index is actually picking up, the stock is actually falling down.
Falling down.
Now the thing is tomorrow if the index actually picks up, sorry, index actually falls down.
Falling down. Okay.
If index actually falls down, then there is a very high chance that the stock is also going to fall down further.
Yes, sir.
So do you get the logic?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So our friend Abhijit is asking, many times it doesn't replicate Nifty's behavior. Yeah, definitely. You are right. So I didn't ask you to blindly sell it. So there are set of other conditions too that we are kind of going to have a look at. Okay. So not long term but mid term. What? But we can buy it for long term, not long term, but for mid term, like 2 to 3 weeks. See, 2 to 3 weeks is what you call as positional trades. Okay. So you are not actually it's not something that you call as mid-term. So that's a positional trade that you're taking. So I personally don't do so. I don't think I'll be able to comment on. Okay. Okay, it's just now another okay. So I told you, so always go for stock that has a particular trend associated with it. So today I realized that this stock has a downtrend associated with it. Now kind of checking out today's performance with Nifty, I see the stock is not
Yes.
performing according to Nifty. It is falling down when even when Nifty is picking up, the stock is falling down. So tomorrow, if Nifty is
Yes.
actually falling down, then there is a high chance that the stock can actually have a drop in value. Okay. Now, so this is the 1 day time frame that I'm using. Okay. Now the next thing that I'm actually going to do is I'm going to switch to the 15-minute time frame. Okay, I'm going to switch to the 15-minute time frame now. Now, on the 15-minute time frame, Madhu, can you tell me from which point can I consider going for a short position? So this is the 15-minute time
Uh,
frame chart now. So from where can I kind of consider going for a short position on the stock?
From 1974, I think.
90
1974.55.
short position. Short position.
Uh, Not so sure, sir.
Okay, fine, no issues. Okay. So like looking at this chart, like looking at this particular chart, I kind of realized that the stock got a support over here, right? So I don't know why I'm not able to select the lines now. Okay, so looking at this particular chart, can I say that the stock actually got a support over here?
Yes, sir.
See, are others able to follow me, or you are just saying yes? Madhu, are you able to follow me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like looking at the charts, I realized that the price got a support over here, right? Why? Because earlier,
Yes,
like
sir.
the price actually kind of dropped down till here. From here, it has actually picked up.
Yes, sir.
Basically, finding a support at this particular point. Now, uh, I realized that the stock has been in a continuous downtrend for last 3 to 5 days. Not continuous, but sort of downtrend. Now, the next thing what I kind of realized is even when Nifty was up today, the stock was falling down. So tomorrow, let's kind of assume that tomorrow Nifty is going to behave negative. So let's say that tomorrow Nifty is kind of going to have a downtrend associated with it. Okay. Now,
Okay.
if tomorrow Nifty kind of has a downtrend associated with it, then I may consider going for a short position for the stock once the price actually breaks below this level. Okay. So once the price actually breaks below this level, I may consider going for the short position. Now, till where can I expect the price to move? If it breaks below 9, so the price over here is like 1927. Okay. So if it
Okay, sir.
actually breaks below 1927, till where can I expect it to move?
Up till the final 1915.
What?
Up till 1915, sir.
Up
Or
till,
a little below that.
okay. Okay, just a second. So I'll tell you. So if the price actually breaks below this level, I can actually expect the price to come down somewhere till here. That is this
Yes.
particular level around 1950, right?
Yes, sir.
Because this is where the next level is. Once this level gets broken, if it is actually falling down, I can actually expect it to come down till here. That is where the next level is, right?
Yes.
What if this level is also getting broken?
Uh,
Where is the next level? Just looking at the
it's
chart,
below. It's it's near 1830 somewhere. I think that place, sir. To the
18.
very bottom.
No, no.
I mean.
See, step by step, it is going to fall. So from okay, so this level is also tested
Okay.
over
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Okay. Now the next level,
Okay.
I think somewhere over here it would be like 1900.
Yeah.
Okay. So the price actually basically breaks below this level. I expect it to come down till here and then here. Okay.
Okay.
Now the question is it worth taking? Okay. So now the thing is like when you're going to go for a short sell position, you should also understand what is the kind of risk that you're taking in this particular trade, right?
Yes, sir.
Because like, see, just think this way. So when you're kind of starting a business, you definitely think what will be the probable profits that you're going to make, or what is the probable reward that you can actually gain by doing
Mhm.
that particular business. We always think that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So in the case of stocks too, in the case of trading too, always consider it as a business. Okay. So always kind of consider this as a business. So just think about what kind of reward you can get and what kind of risk you are going to take in that particular trade. Now, if you kind of ask me like how to do this, Now calculating your reward. So the easiest way to calculate your reward is find where the next level is. So if the price actually breaks below this level, I realize that the stock actually got a level over here. So there is a level existing over here. So I can say that this would be the first kind of target I can actually check out for. This level would be the first kind of target I can check out for. Now followed by this level, there is a level over here. This could be the second kind of target I can check out for. So that I realize over here. First target, second target, right? Purely
Yes,
based
sir.
on price. Okay. Now the question is it worth taking this trade? Worth taking this trade meaning what will be the kind of risk that I have to take while going for a short position over here? So can you tell me, Madhu, like what kind of risk you'll be having to take? Like where will you have to keep your stop loss? So I told you stop loss is a tool that we use to minimize your losses. Okay, to minimize your losses meaning to cut down your risk.
Okay.
So if you're going for a short sell position and the price moves up above a particular level, you will exit it automatically. Your trade will be closed automatically. So that's what we call it stop loss. So the people
Okay.
who lose a lot of money in the markets, they are the people who don't trade who trade without stop loss. Can you tell me
Okay.
when you would consider keeping your stop loss?
Uh,
Just try answering, no issues.
like for short term, probably below the second support level,
Okay. Okay.
because after that it might catch up, like as per previous trends.
Okay. Can you tell me the price level once again?
Uh, 19, 1927, I think, that level.
1927. Okay. 1927. Okay,
Yep.
1927 is where you're going to go for a short position, right? You're going to enter a trade over here when the price breaks below this level. When the
Okay.
whole level is actually breaking, you enter a short position. So my question is like, where will you consider keeping a stop loss?
Mm,
See, I'll give you a clue. See, let's say that you are kind of let's say somebody is kind of running a business. Okay, if he is
okay.
actually running a business and his business is not doing good, when will he kind of wind up his business? Will we wait for his business to go bankrupt, or will he actually wind up his business once he understands that he is actually not able
Yeah.
to do good?
When he understands that it's not able to do,
Okay,
but he has something left.
okay, yeah. So basically, he will kind of exit his trade once he realizes that he is actually not able to do good, or he is actually not able to do anything, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so similarly, in the case of stocks too, you kind of exit your trade once you realize that like this, there is no hope. Your view till see, we are taking a trade with a logic, right? So if I'm going
Yes,
for
sir.
a short sell position, my logic is that okay, the stock is in a continuous downtrend. Now, yesterday too, sorry, even when the market was up yesterday, the stock was still falling down. Okay, so meaning if today the market is once again going to fall down, there is a very high chance that the stock is going to fall further. So that is the
Yes,
logic
sir.
that we took into consideration to go for a short position, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So the same logic. So you kind of stay in the trade as long as your view is the same. So if you feel that okay, view has gone wrong, that is when you should be exiting the trade. So that is exactly where you should keeping your stop loss. Now in this particular trade, I personally feel that okay, if I'm going to go for a short position from here, this level, expecting the price to come towards
Oh,
this level, this would be the first target I actually check out for. I would consider keeping my stop loss over here somewhere around like 1941. Okay.
okay.
1927 is where I'm going to enter for a short position. 1941 is where I'm going to keep my stop loss. So what is the difference in value
Okay.
1941 minus 1927? So that is like 3 plus 11, right? So 14 rupees is the kind of stop loss I'm keeping. So I'm taking a risk of like 14 rupees in this particular trade.
Okay.
So what are the kind of target I can actually check out for? First target is actually 1927 minus 1930. That is around how much? That is around once again a 14 rupee, right? So is it actually worth taking this trade? So first target is 14 rupee. The risk is also like 14 rupee.
Oh,
Is it actually worth taking this trade? See, you're risking 1 rupee to make 1 rupee.
no, sir, I don't think.
Is it worth taking? No, definitely it is not worth taking because it's
No, no.
just like gambling. The kind of
Yes,
risk
sir.
that you have to take is like 14 rupee, the kind of first probable target. So I'm not telling you the price can actually fall down till here. What I kind of meant to mean is the first target you can check out for us definitely 14 rupee. Okay. So to make 14 rupee, risking 14 rupees just like gambling. Don't do that. Only if you have
Okay.
options like where you can actually make let's say 20 rupees. Okay, you can make 20 rupees by risking 10 rupees, or you can make 2 rupees by risking 1 rupee. All these kind of trades we should be taking. Looking at the price levels, so people like some of you might be feeling, okay, this is very tough, but let me tell you, this is going to be very easy if you practice. Okay, so yesterday I kind of told you about this thing levels in Bajaj Finance. Uh, so if once you start practicing, things are going to be very easy for you. So trust me, things will be very easy for you. So I will actually do something. So I'll kind of get your email ID so that like when we are kind of watching out some particular stocks, we'll definitely let you know. Okay. So
Okay.
please keep in mind. So if this level is getting broken, the first target I can check out for is this, because there is a support over here. Now, if there was no particular support over here and the support was only over here, then actually I could have taken this trade because I realized, okay, the risk I have to take is just somewhat like half of the reward I can check out for. Right? If I risk 1 rupee, I can
Oh,
kind of make like 2 rupee. Now, since there, okay, so since there is a strategy involved in this, okay, so Madhu, like, may I just ask you this question? If you buy something, what is the
yes, sir.
probability that the price is going to go up or down? If you buy,
Like, you
yeah,
mean,
if you buy
okay.
something, what is the probability that the price is going to up or down? Going to go up or down?
In general, you're
Yeah,
asking.
generally, if you buy something, what is the probability?
50-50, I guess.
Yeah, so basically, if you buy something, the probability that the price is going to go up or down is 50-50, right? Now,
Yes.
what if you are kind of using some strategies or something? Like what kind of accuracy can you get?
It's a good strategy, then like 75-25 maybe.
Yeah, so see, definitely, if you kind of have a good strategy, definitely you can kind of increase your accuracy to around 65 to 70%. 65 to 70% is something that is very much decent. Okay.
Yes.
So, see, some people think that we need to have an accuracy of around 80 percentage or 90 percentage to be a good trader. No, you just need to have an accuracy of around just 55. Anything above 55 or 60 percentage is really good. Okay, so only that kind of accuracy you need. So the only thing is what kind of trades you take. So how you take your trades, like on what basis you take your trades. All these things are what is very important. You should have a logic. You should kind of have a logic behind taking every particular trade. Okay.
So, yes, sir.
Yeah, so let's okay. So if the next support was only here, then definitely somebody who's taking a short position over here, the first target he can check out is here. Okay. Now I'll actually tell you the mathematics. I'll kind of tell you the logic behind this. So let's say that you have a strategy that is giving you a 50% accuracy. Okay, let's kind of take a worst case scenario, a strategy that is giving you just 50% accuracy. Okay, and uh, in every trade that you take, if you get a winning trade, you make if you get a winning trade, you make 2 rupee. If you get a losing trade, you lose 1 rupee. So can you tell me how much you will make? like getting 5 winning trades and 5 losing trades? So just try doing it. All of you just try doing it. Like not just Madhu. Just try doing the calculation. Just say that. Just kind of assume that you're getting 5 winning trades and 5 losing trades.
Uh, we make five,
Okay, so I'll tell you. So the 5 winning trades that you get, you make 5 into 2, 10 rupee.
10,
So
and
five
one five into
that
one
you,
loss.
yeah, the 5 losing trades that you kind of take, you lose 5 into 1 rupee, but still at the end you make 5 rupee, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So basically that is the logic about trading. Okay, so consider trading as a business. So will someone invest 10 lakh rupees or let's say 1 crore rupees into a business that generates just 3 lakh rupees annually or 5 lakh rupees annually? No, because he knows that
Yes.
if
So
he puts that 1 crore in his bank account, he will get more than that. Then definitely he won't do that. Now something the thing is like associated with the like risk associated with business is much higher than that of FD. So he won't do that. So only if he is getting let's say some 15 percentage or some 20 percentage of his investment, he kind of consider investing in it. Right, 15, 10 percentage, decent. 10 percentage or 15 percentage. Okay, now let's have a look at a different stock. So some of you were mentioning about SBI India. Let's have a look at SBI. So yeah, so can if I when I kind of check out the 1 day trend associated with SBI, I realized that last 3 to 5 days, if you ask me, how is SBI behaving? I can say that okay, SBI kind of had an upside move. Today it was kind of down. Today the stock was kind of down, but 3 to 5 days, I see that this is an upside trend. Okay, so today even when the index is positive, SBI is also performing downside. Okay, so what if index is going to be negative tomorrow?
it'll
This,
perform
yeah,
lower.
definitely. So if index is once again going to be negative so tomorrow, there is kind of some good chance that uh yeah, so there is kind of some good chance that the stock can actually fall down further tomorrow, right? Okay. So the case of SB India, when I switched to the 1 day time frame, I realized that the stock is kind of showing a bullish sentiment, 3 to 5 days. But today's closing is red. Okay, like today the stock was kind of performing negative. So basically, I'm avoiding the stock because I really don't get any understanding of this. Can we look at something else, some other stock? Okay, so Madhu, like if you don't have any doubts, you can actually mute yourself now.
Okay, sir.
Okay, India Siemens, you want to see? Fine, let's have a look. Okay, so this is the chart of India Siemens, right? So 1 day trend, if I check out, if I kind of check out what is the trend associated with the stock for last 3 to 5 days. So stock was picking up, but last 2 days it is kind of down. So I will avoid this stock too. So next one, it should be something else, which should be a different stock that we can have a look at. Index trading mean you directly trade the indices like Nifty, Bank Nifty. So rather
Axis Bank.
Axis Bank. Okay, fine. Okay, so when I check out the 1 day charts, okay, people like what do we see from this particular candle? Like what do we understand from this particular candle? The candle is very thin. The body of the candle, that is the rectangular region, is very thin over here. What do we understand? Can somebody try to answer? Just try giving an answer.
The price was constant.
Okay. The price is kind of almost the same. Okay. Meaning the price actually opened and closed almost at the same value itself. Okay, definitely the price has actually dropped out, but not much deviation has happened. So the price opened at almost 389.9. It has closed also almost at the same value, right? So that is why we have a very thin body over here. Okay. So now let's say that you want to take a trade. Okay, you kind of want to take a trade on this stock. What kind of trade will you be willing to take? Will it be a long position or a short position? Anyone? Yes, stock was bullish, but
Long.
okay. So the answer is that it is all. It's best that you don't kind of avoid this. Okay. So when you have stocks that has a particular trend associated with it, you always go for those kind of stocks. So here, what I realize is definitely 3 to 5 days. If I check out, the stock has increased in value. But today's candle is kind of showing some confusion. Confusion in the sense, initially it picked up, then again it fell down. See, SBI cards, see, I told you. So as far as possible, you trade on Nifty 50 stocks. See, SBI cards and all has very less volume. I'll show you the chart of SBI card. But please don't think this is something that you can basically trade on. Okay, it won't be suggested at all. Just look how the candles has been formed. Just look at the kind of volume associated with it. Like it's not so good. So as far as a trader is concerned, like volume and trend are our friends. Okay. So please avoid these kind of stocks. I got what one lot in IPO. What can I expect? If you're looking forward to hold for the next some 5 years or something, you may think about it. Okay. So don't think about some 2 weeks or 3 weeks you can make money. Okay. So the investing, so investing is a completely different logic. So I have mentioned to you, right? So investing is just like becoming a business partner. You think about the long run. So when it comes to trading, it is for short term. Now let's quickly have swing trading better compared to intraday. So it depends on what kind of trading style suits you more best. So I'm very much comfortable with intraday trading. So there are some people who are comfortable with this thing. So okay, so yeah, Murali, let's kind of finish this. Let's kind of see some more examples. So which other stock do you want to have a look at? So you may please tell me. I'll have a look at that. Seal. You is not there, my friend. So seal when I check out the 1 day charts. Okay, great. So seal when I kind of check out the chart of seal, when I kind of check the charts over here, I realized that so stock kind of had a bullish trend. Right, stock kind of had a bullish trend associated with it for the last 3 to 5 days. It's very much evident from the chart. Right, there is no need to have a second opinion or something. It's pretty much bullish. Now, when I switch to the 15 minutes time frame, this is also showing some good positive side move. So, can somebody tell me if I am to look out for a long position on the stock? So, yeah, so the stock had a really good bullish trend today. Nifty was also bullish. The stock has been performing some quite good bullish for some good time. Now, what kind of opportunity can I check out for on the stock? Is it a long or a short opportunity? So yeah, so our friend Thomas, yeah, Thomas is mentioning it is definitely a long position that we can actually check out on this particular stock. So from where can I consider going for a long? From which price level can I kind of consider going for a long on the stock? Okay, 125, 120, 212, 180. Okay. So no, not over here. So I may consider going for a long position over here. So once the price kind of breaks above this resistance level, once the price kind of breaks above this resistance, I may definitely consider going for a long position. Now, where should I be kind of considering keeping a stop loss in this case? So identifying the stop loss is kind of pretty much easy over here. So yeah, 180 should be somewhere where I can consider keeping my stop loss. Now, can somebody tell me till where can I expect the price to move? Like what kind of target can I expect in this case? Like till where can I expect the price to head up to? This particular chart, till where can I expect the price to move if it breaks above this level? Price breaks above this level, till where can I expect to move? 185. The 186 is where I'm entering, man. 189 to 195. So looking at the chart, I realized okay, there is sufficient space for the price to move till somewhere around like 193 or 192 point. Yeah, so somewhere till 193, I can expect it to move. Now, if I have a look over here, my entry would be somewhere over here, 185. Keeping my stop loss. My stop loss would be somewhere over here, 179. My first target would be somewhere at 193. So I realized that in this particular trade, target I check out for would be like 6 plus 1, 7 rupee. First target. Stop loss is around how much? Stop loss is around, yeah, stop loss is around 6 rupee. Target is also around 6 rupee. Sorry. Just a second. Let's have a closer look. Okay, stop loss thing, nothing much we can do on this. Around 179.4. Entry is around 186. Now the first probable target would be like this level, like 190. Okay, yeah. So I can kind of expect it to come to like 193 or 193.5 or looking over here, somewhere around 193, right? Yeah. So can we justify this trade to be a good one? 193.3, 186.1, 4 plus 3. Yeah, almost a 7 rupees target. Your risk is like a 6 rupee. Okay. So basically, the kind of risk that you have to take is actually somewhat more than the kind of reward you can check out for. Okay, in the sense like it's not worth it. Yeah, totally true. Why? Because your risk and reward is almost same. So due to the very same reason, it is not so advisable to go for this position. As all of you understand by now, that your risk and reward is almost the same. Okay, so guys, like right now, the difficulty that we are facing is due to the current volatile market situation. Okay, so usually I'm not. If you kind of if you kind of check out from 3 or 4 stocks, it'll be pretty easy for you to actually find out like some 1 or 2 good opportunities. So right now, since the markets are like highly volatile, due to that particular reason is why we are kind of not finding much good opportunities now. Okay, now see, one more thing I kind of want to mention to you is that always take a trade, always kind of take a trade only if you have a view that the index is also in the same direction as the stock. So if the index is moving up, it is best that you check out only for long opportunities. So when the index is moving up, it is not at all advised that you look out for short opportunities. When index is moving up, you look only for long opportunities. When index is kind of falling down, you kind of check out mostly for short opportunities. So please keep in mind when index is moving up, you look out for long opportunities. When index is falling down, you check out for short opportunities. Now, I'll give you another hint. So let's say that tomorrow the price actually gradually picks up from this level and kind of finds a support over here, somewhere over here. So after the market opens tomorrow, let's say the price is actually finding a support over here. Okay, price is kind of finding a support over here. So in that scenario, can't I actually go for a long position exactly from this level, keeping my stop loss here? That is keeping my stop loss at around 183, entering at around 186, looking for some 193 targets. Can I do that tomorrow? So may kind of consider doing that if the price actually finds a support somewhere around 183. Can't I kind of keep a stop loss over there, go for a long position from like 193 levels? So target is the same itself, like what we have marked. So target, like this kind of target I can expect. Can't I go for a long position? Will it be worth it? People, like, please try telling me. Just let me know. See, why no one else is answering? Like, are you not able to follow? Only Ashish is answering. What about others? What do you feel? So please try answering. Why is, like, are you not able to follow me? See, if you are not able to follow me, let me know, please. I think people are not following. Okay. Okay. See, okay, nobody is answering. Okay, no issues. See, I'll do something. Just some of you were kind of asking me the Telegram channel, right? Yeah, I'll do something towards the end. I'll basically give you a link to my Telegram channel. So we kind of share some content. So you can definitely have a look at the content. Apart from that, I'll kind of connect with Vishnu so that I have your mail ID. So I'll kind of add you to my subscriber list so that, like, whenever we are kind of working out on any stocks, you'll also get an update regarding the same. Okay, so you can kind of do that for you. So I'll just connect with Vishnu and I'll just send you to the mail. Okay. Now, fine. Okay. So definitely, if the price is tomorrow after the price opens, before breaking this level, if I see that the price is kind of moving somewhere over here, finding a support somewhere over here, definitely I can consider this as my stop loss and I may take a long position over here, expecting the price to move towards the next level. So in that case, this would be like a 1:2 risk to reward trade that can be done. So I will share with you one video regarding risk management too today. And apart from that, like by this weekend, like I'll share some videos with you that you can have a look at, like on how to place an order, all these things, how to place a trade, how to place an order. I'll share a set of videos that you can have a look at. Okay. So you may ask me some questions that you have right now. Then, since I understand that some of you are here, may I just know how many of you attending the session are working employees? May I just know that? No one. Is there any working employees attending this session right now? Seems no one. How to avoid market operators? You will be having to stay away from it. So, what do you mean by market operators, Ashish? See, as far as possible, if you trade on Nifty 50 stocks, since the volume is kind of very high, like you won't be kind of facing much issues. Okay, if the volume is pretty much high, you really won't be having much issues. Okay, so that is why I told you. So when you're trading penny stocks that has very less volume associated with it, the problem that you're going to face is, let's say somebody is kind of placing a huge order. If somebody is kind of placing a huge order, then that will kind of make a big influence on the uh, stock price. So that's why I told you Nifty 50 stocks, very huge volume is being traded. so that one or two or three or five or even 100 in small individuals or people with big money can't actually bring in an influence. So Sahil is asking, can we invest in Yes Bank? So no, I won't personally suggest you to do that now. Okay, please don't do that. Okay, so maybe like how many of you are working employees? And yeah, so I'll do something now. So if you have any, Yes Bank has a lock-in period for 3 years because it's not worth it. Okay, it's not worth it in the sense like there is a lot of other quality names. So I'll do something. I'll just share with you my personal investment portfolio that I'm actually starting this coming month. So this is a new portfolio that I'm going to start this coming month. Okay. So right now you know that there are many quality stocks like even like HDFC Bank. So many quality stocks are there that is actually being traded at a very low discount. See, the price was somewhere around 2,400 something. Okay, 2,500 something. Now the value is around 1,600. Okay, so this much dip has actually happened. So then why do you want to take a stock like Yes Bank? So which would be just like taking a bet. Okay, so international stocks like Google and others. Okay, I give you some insights on that now. So since you people, I think you don't have much doubts. Either you didn't understand or you understood everything. So no issues. Like I'll just show you some examples. So I'll just show you one portfolio I'm starting recently. Just hold on. Selecting a broker, yeah. If you're kind of thinking about starting off with a demat account, you may start off with Zerodha or Upstocks. Okay, so if in case you want any assistance from our side, we can help you. So don't worry about that. I'll kind of give you all those details through mail. Okay, in the sense like what should be done. All the process details I'll actually give you through mail. I guess all of you have given your mail ID to Vishnu, right? So we'll kind of give you that. Yeah, Upstocks the demat is free. Zerodha is around 300 rupee. Okay, just a second. I'll just take hold the doc. Just hold on, people. Just give me a minute's time. Yeah, it's taking too much time. Okay, just hold on. So I'll just show you the portfolio and then kind of start. Support and resistance zones totally change in Nifty 50, which should be priority while trading. So both should be checked in. In like both should be checked out at the same time. Okay, so one is one condition, the other one is a different condition. So if both conditions are met, that is when you get the best results. Okay. Okay, so this is the portfolio that I'm starting off. Okay, so presently, majorly I'm into trading. Okay, so majorly we are into trading, not into investing. So investing too, we have a portfolio, but the like our major income is actually through trading. Now you people will be having this thought like, what is the difference between trading? So I told you right, trading is short term, meaning it's just like an active source of income, and investing is a passive source of income. Okay, so investing is a passive source, and uh, trading is an active source. So in this thing, the suggestion has been proposed by hedge equities. So you must be kind of already familiar with hedge equities, right? So people who are from Kerala, you will be already be somewhat familiar with what hedge equities is. Now, the kind of suggestion that they gave me is 10 lakh rupees into an NCD. So NCD stands for non-convertible debenture. So I'm not talking much detail about that. It's just like a contract that you kind of make. So this is with their own hedge finance firm. So you kind of give them money, 10 lakh rupees. So this 10 lakhs is kind of going to be used by their company for financing activities and all. And they'll kind of give us interest for this deposit that we make. So the interest that they're offering right now is like 10.25 percentage. 10.25 percentage they are providing annual returns. Okay, there is risk, but comparatively, like not much risk. Then they are actually suggesting an arbitrage fund of 10 lakh rupees. So apart from that, like these are the other funds that they have actually suggested: DSP Focus Fund 25,000, Pharmaceutical Fund 25,000, Tata India Consumer Fund 25,000, Arbitrage Fund 25,000. So this is like the monthly SIP. So monthly SIP of 1 lakh rupees and a 5 lakhs a bulk investment. So this portfolio suggestion is for a portfolio 50 lakh rupee. So in the stock portfolio, they have asked to start off with a 5 lakh rupee, followed by a 20 lakh rupees in the liquid funds. So like some of you must be thinking what these things are, like what are liquid funds, what are these things. Okay, so I'll do something. I will also mail to you this document. You can have a look at it actually. Now the thing is, like you really don't want to have a big capital to start with. Even if you have a capital of just 10,000 rupees, the same allocation you can do for yourself. So this is a plan for the next 5 years. So this like I'm actually getting into this fund, this portfolio. I'm building this portfolio for the next 5 to 10 years. Okay, so don't think that this is actually a plan for uh, the like coming 6 months or something. This is actually something that is meant for the next 5 to 10 years. I'm actually expecting a returns of around some 15 to 20 percentage. Okay, 15 to 20 percentage, like CAGR in a duration of like 5 years. Fine. Support and resistance, which should be more priority while trading. Both okay. Yes Bank is around 30 rupee now. I have seen its past value goes to 250 rupee. Also, just before 25th March, it went up to 63 rupees. Can I invest money until it become around 50 to 60? So Sahil, any idea like what was the price of Reliance Communications earlier? So Reliance Communications, okay, I guess something is wrong with my net. Coming up. See, Reliance Communication was something that was trading at around 800 rupees. Okay, so something that was trading at 800 rupees. Right now, the price of it is just 80 paise. Right now, the price is just 80 paise. So, you should actually think about it. So this is 80 paise now. That doesn't mean it can go up to 100 or 800. Okay. So it can even come down till zero. So always invest in quality companies. So just because the price of something, see, let's say that, okay, okay, I'll give you one example. So let's assume that my favorite food is like chicken biryani. So the price of chicken biryani, let's say, is around 150 rupees. Okay, 150 rupees, you get a really good chicken biryani. So let's say that all of a sudden somebody comes and tells me you take this chicken biryani for 10 rupees. Okay, so I should be wise enough to understand that. Okay, if he's selling it for 10 rupees, it should be so underpriced. Okay, else there should be something wrong with the biryani. Okay, so same way. So when you think about stocks too, you think at the point of quality. So see, Yes Bank is not a quality company. Okay, I personally think it's not at all a quality stock to invest in. So always invest in quality brands. So for example, if you kind of ask me about Tata Motors, so Tata Motors. So if you kind of ask about Tata Motors, I'll just show you the chart. Looking at the chart of Tata Motors, it was a stock that was being traded at around 600. Now it has actually come down to almost 87. So there was a time when it was traded at 700 also. Now it is at around 87 rupee. So if you kind of ask me, will I think about investing in Tata Motors? Yeah, I will think about investing in Tata Motors because it is a quality company. Like the management is good, their products are good. I feel the brand has some quality, so I will invest in it. If you kind of ask me about Yes Bank, no, I won't do that. So SAP meaning systematic investment plan. Okay, so in simple words, every month you pump in a bit of money to the fund. Okay, so what SIP, like what you kind of mean by SIP recommendation is that every month you actually, so this is a fund, this is a mutual fund. So whatever is being returned as fund is actually mutual funds. So every month you make an investment of 25 to this one, 25K to this one, 25 to this one, 25 to this one. Okay. I have heard that by time like 10 to 15 years or 20 years, we get returns like exponential return. Yeah, definitely. If you are, so as early you start, the better it is. Okay. In 2% rule, it was mentioned that quantity equal to amount by points. In this, how should we decide points? I didn't understand that clearly. Okay. Okay, so I guess I have already shared that video with you yesterday. So how many of you watched the risk management video yesterday? How many of you? Yeah, so okay. Okay, I'll just come to that, Dilip, just a second. So Reliance RE. See, RE is actually the Reliance right issue one, my friend. So it is not a new stock. Okay, so there's something called Reliance right issue that happened. So that is actually meant for existing shareholders of Reliance. Yeah. So for those of you who have actually watched that video, I'll give you the example. So the stock that we were monitoring last was SEAL. If I take out the chart of SEAL, let's get back to the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, if I kind of check out the chart of SEAL, what I kind of realize is that I told you right. So I had, if I'm going to go for a long position from this level, and let's assume that the price finds a support over here before it breaks above this level. So if I'm to go for a long position from here, just a second. I don't know why expecting my target to be somewhere over here. So let's okay. So let's kind of assume. So Muralidhar. So who asked me the question? Yeah. So Dilip, let's kind of assume that the maximum risk that you can kind of take in this particular trade is, let's say, 100 rupees. Okay, 100 rupees is the maximum risk that you can take in this particular trade. then how many quantities should you be purchasing? I understand that I had to take a risk of 186 minus 182. So something like a 4 rupees stop loss I had to keep. The 4 rupees stop loss I kind of had to keep, and maximum amount I can afford to lose is just 100 rupee. Then how many stocks can I buy? Stop loss I had to keep is like some 6 rupee. Sorry, yeah, 4 rupees stop loss I had to keep. Maximum amount I can afford to lose is just 100 rupee. Then how many quantities should I be purchasing? Then if 100 rupees is the maximum risk I can take, then I should be purchasing only 100 divided by 4. That is only 25 quantities of shares should be purchased by me. Okay, now if only 25 shares are purchased by me, even if the stock hits the stop loss, maximum amount I'm going to lose is just 100. Now what if I get a winning trade? What if I get a winning trade? Meaning, what if I make money in that particular trade? How much money will I make? So I told you the target we are checking out for us almost. This case, the target we are checking out for is somewhat like 193 minus like 185. So so 186, right? The target we are kind of checking out for is something is like a 7 rupee. So if I make money 7 into 25, okay, almost 200 rupees is going to be my profit. 193, yeah. So if I lose 100 rupee. Okay, so that is the logic. 7 into 25, yeah, 175. So if I make 175. If I lose 100. So that's totally worth it, right? If you win, you make like 175. If you lose just 100. The thing is, if you perform 10 trades, you let's say that you're getting an accuracy of 70 percentage or 60 percentage. If that is the case, definitely whatever kind of happens, you will manage to stay in green, right? So are you able to get the logic? Okay. So I hope it's kind of clear to you by now, right? Yeah. So I think we'll kind of take some questions now. You may feel free to ask me any questions that you want. Okay. So can you tell more about investor hedge? Uh, Muralidhar, can you just unmute yourself? I really didn't get your question. Can you please unmute yourself and you can ask me? Not properly able to understand which part you're kind of talking about. Muralidhar, you could just unmute yourself. So short selling meaning you sell something first and you buy it back once the price falls down. So we kind of make use of short selling to get profits in a falling market. Please tell about index funds. Oh, okay, microphone problem. So the thing is, when you short sell something, you are expecting the price to fall down. You buy it back once the price falls down. So as I told you, just assume that you are actually borrowing it from someone else. Just assume that you're borrowing a stock from somebody else. You're selling it. Once the price falls down, you buy it back and return it back to the person. So the difference in sell price and buy price is going to be your profit. Now talk about index funds. Fine. Now if you kind of have a look at, I'll just show you a website. Just hold on. Okay, something is wrong with my net. Okay, people, like something is wrong with my network, I guess. Like pages are not loading. So what I'm kind of going to do is, okay. So just think about this thing. Just think about this case. Uh, we talked about Nifty 50 index. We kind of talked about NSE. We kind of talked about BSE and all, right? So if I want to invest in Nifty, okay. So if I kind of want to invest in Nifty, so I should be purchasing individual stocks of all the stocks that is listed in Nifty, right? I should kind of purchase each and every stock that is listed on the Nifty 50 index. But what if I don't have sufficient funds for the same? So what if I kind of don't have sufficient funds for the same? I told you, if you kind of want to invest in invest in Nifty 50 index, I actually need to have that much money with me, right? To purchase each and every stock that is listed on Nifty 50. So Nifty 50, many 50 stocks are there. So and I should also be purchasing it in an equal distribution. So large number of money will be needed. Okay. So a lot of money is actually needed. So index fund is actually a type of like two cases, two ways you can actually invest in it. Okay. So one way is to be using an ETF. ETF meaning exchange traded fund. Okay. So what basically it does is, I'll just show you. It's not loading. Yeah. So Nifty Bs. So Nifty Bs is nothing else but an exchange traded fund or an ETF. So what this actually does is, this actually I can say this is a miniature of the Nifty 50. Okay. So when you kind of invest in the Nifty Bs ETF, right now the price is around 100.35. Okay. So rather than investing in all the stocks in Nifty, so right now the value of Nifty is 9490. When you invest in Nifty Bs, this is an ETF. So what this personally does is, if you are investing 100 rupees, so depending on the weightage of stocks in Nifty 50 index, an equal distribution is going to be created with this 100 rupees. Okay. Now definitely with 100 rupees you can't actually purchase all the shares that is listed in Nifty 50. Then what will be done? So this 100 rupee that you are actually spending is not just you, many people are actually purchasing it for 100 rupees. So a large number of people are going to get into this Nifty base fund by purchasing it for 100 rupees. And altogether a collective pool of money is going to be made, and the fund managers will invest in the stocks. The fund managers will actually invest it in the stocks. So this is basically just like a mutual fund. The difference is that this is actually going to be a mutual fund only of the Nifty 50 stocks. Okay. So if you are somebody who is looking for the long term, you can actually definitely think about investing in Nifty Bs. Apart from that, there is something called Bank Bs. So this is an ETF for the major banking stocks. Okay, for the Bank Nifty banking, for the stocks that is mentioned in Bank Nifty, we have something called as Bank Bs ETF. As we can see, Nifty was around 12,000 and now it is 9,000. I think we'll again move to 12,000 after this COVID ends. So can I purchase any stock in Nifty? Okay, as we'll definitely, yeah, see, that is what I told you, Sahib. Do you think you are going to remain in your house for lockdown for the rest of your life? Okay, so probably no, we don't. We definitely we are kind of going to overcome this, right? So right now the fall that has kind of happened, or I know the kind of crash that kind of happened. This corona issue has a major role to play. Now, once the things are solved, once the things are back to normal, definitely we can expect Nifty to pick up. Okay, so Nifty will definitely pick up once the things are back to normal. So till then, things are going to be the same. Nothing much you can kind of expect. But once that issue is sorted, definitely we can expect the index to pick up. So if your view is long term, so let's say that you're investing for the next 5 years or something, then definitely you can definitely go ahead. But as I mentioned to you, invest only in the quality names. Okay. So if you kind of ask me which are the quality names, definitely the best banking stocks. HDFC, I personally would consider HDFC, Reliance, Tata Motors. Okay, so all the quality names you think you can think about it. Only thing is, don't put all your eggs in a single basket. You kind of diversify your portfolio as much as possible. So rather than investing in a single stock, you invest in some 10 or 20 quality stocks. Okay, so somebody who's starting off, if you can't maintain such a big portfolio, you think about investing in like some uh, 5 to 10 stocks so that your portfolio is kind of balanced. What is going to happen if you put all your eggs in one basket is that, like, if some issue arises with a particular company, you'll kind of completely wipe out your portfolio. So to avoid that, it's always best you kind of think about diversifying a bit. Fine. So microphone is working. Can mute me? Yeah, definitely. What is brokerage credit? Where is it?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Muralidhar. Please tell me.
Sir, yesterday you shared that Instagram post, right, about short selling.
Okay.
Uh, in that video, you are mentioning something about as a last part. You're telling about as an investor, you can also hedge position with use of future contracts
Okay, okay, okay.
for some underlying assets. Something I didn't understand that properly.
Okay, fine. I got it. So let's kind of say that your view is that Nifty 50 is going to fall down. Okay.
Okay.
So I told you when it comes to intraday trading, you have to buy and sell within the same day, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to intraday trading, you have to buy and sell within the same day. But
Okay,
there's
sir.
something called as futures contracts. Okay. So when it comes to futures contracts, you can actually sell it and you can basically hold it till the expiry date. Okay. So something that you
Okay.
sell, you can kind of hold it till the expiry date. So that is what I
Okay.
meant. So if your views at Nifty index is kind of going to fall down, you may sell it. You can actually hold it till the expiry date. So let's say that you have investments.
Okay.
The index is falling down. If all the market is crashing, so as an investor, you make money only when the market is picking up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, only when the market is picking up, you'll be able to make money. But
Okay.
what if the market is falling down? What is going to happen with your investments? You'll kind of make,
Uh,
if the
Loss.
market is falling down, your investments will run in loss. You'll kind of make
Yeah.
loss.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you can kind of do is you can actually short futures contracts. So there's something called as futures contracts. So I have explained in detail in my YouTube channel. Yeah, I'll kind of
Okay.
share a link with you. So the mail I send, I'll kind of mail all this content to you. You can have a look at it during your free time. So if you
Okay,
short
sir.
futures contract, the advantage that you have is the loss that you're going to make with your investments, right? So maybe you are going to make some loss with your investments, but that loss will be kind of compensated with the profit that you make with your uh, short position in futures.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, sir.
so that is the logic. That is what we kind of call as hedging,
Okay. Hedging. Okay. Okay.
right?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, so yeah, so now Jaswin is yeah. So is there any doubts related?
No, sir. It's fine now.
Okay, fine. Well, I'll just mail you all the content so you can have a look at it when you're free.
Yeah, sir. Sure, sir.
Sure. So now Jaswin is kind of asking what is brokerage credit. Upstox is asking 249 as account opening fee and will receive 400 as brokerage credit. Is there anything wrong? Okay. So what Upstox is kind of telling you is if you pay what do you say some 249 as account opening fee, 400 rupees brokerage credit you get, meaning I'll give you one example. So let's say that you want to start a new phone number. You need a new mobile number. So definitely to make a phone call, you'll be having to top up your mobile number, right? maybe you get a SIM card for free, but if you need to call, you need to make a recharge. So what Upstocks is telling you, account opening is for 249 rupees. You pay 249 rupees for account opening. You get brokerage credit for 400 rupees, meaning 400 rupees worth of brokerage charges will be waived off for you. Okay. Is there anything wrong? No, nothing is wrong in that. Right. So, may I just know if you have any doubts? Yes, sir. I bought SBI cards for 620, but as we have seen continuous decrease, is something wrong with it, or it's because of COVID? See, not just SBA, not just SBI cards, all stocks has dropped in value. How do you price options? Which model are you using? Okay, so when it comes to options, so we are personally writing options. So along, okay, I'll just kind of show you something. Just hold on. Just wait, I'll just show you. So when it comes to options, it's a completely different logic. So we basically make use of this levels, the support and resistance levels. So that concept also we make use. Along with that, so there are a lot of other things like theta decay. So options are completely different topic. It's kind of a bit advanced. Okay, to be honest, it's kind of pretty much advanced. So you need a lot of practice in it before getting into it. I'll just show you something. Just wait. Is trading with commodities similar to that of stock? Yeah. So in commodities, basically we're trading futures when we should pay brokerage. So whenever you trade, you have to pay brokerage. So whenever you trade, you have to pay brokerage. Okay. So see, in the case of stocks, when you buy a stock, you are actually buying it physically and you're selling it at a higher price or a lower price, right? Now, when it comes to trading options, it is a completely different topic. It is something that we kind of mention as derivatives. So futures and options are derivative contracts. So we are basically not trading the stock or something. We are basically trading contracts of the underlying asset. Now this thing should be done very carefully because it can create both very good profits and very big losses. So it should be done very much carefully. Options trading. Okay. Yeah, so my YouTube video that I'm going to share with you will kind of cover some basics related to option trading too. What is the minimum amount to start with just to get familiar? Familiar with what? Okay, so if you're kind of somebody who's thinking about uh, getting started with the stock markets, okay, you start with a capital of let's say something like 2000 rupee or 3000 rupee maximum. So 2000 rupee, 3000 rupee, you get started with, get comfortable with whatever you are doing. Now, once you're kind of done with that, once you're comfortable with those, then you think about increasing your capital. So till then, you trade with a small capital, okay, a maximum 2000 to 3000 rupee. So don't trade more than that. Please do some good uh, analysis before you get started. Okay, so don't be like you trade without knowledge. Where we can learn complete technical analysis. Okay, so Abhijit, like we personally provide a 3 month program. So we are basically providing a 3 month program. So we actually have an online community. So I'll just show you the chats. Okay, so we have like online programs. So in case you want to learn like in much detailed manner, so we basically trade more in crude oil. Okay, we kind of trade mostly in crude oil. So we also trade in Bank Nifty, all these things too. So the thing is that you kind of need to get very much familiar with the markets before you kind of get started with this. And it takes a lot of practice. It kind of takes a lot of you need to put in a lot of time to get really good at trading. Okay, so just like you kind of put in like 4 years or 5 years of your life learning what do you say, engineering or something. Similarly, you had to put in a lot of time to learn about stock trading too. Okay, so kind of make sure that you kind of put in a lot of efforts, because else what is kind of going to happen is you are kind of going to end up being in trouble. So this is actually an options trade that he has done. He has taken a 19,300 call option. He made some margin profit. So rest he has traded in futures. So kind of make sure that you study it very good, study it very well, because this is not something that is pretty easy. Okay, so this is not something that is pretty easy. A lot of things has to be done before you kind of get started with serious trading. Okay, so please do that. Okay. Mm. How you used to manage trading during college days? Okay, so the thing is, the good thing I had, like I studied in VAT Vellore. So over there, the college timing is like the timing, like we were able to fix our time. So I used to choose for afternoon classes. Okay, so afternoon classes meaning I really don't have any classes in the morning. Only afternoon classes I have. Okay. Now the good thing is, like morning I can trade, evening I can look into this thing. I can evening I had classes, morning I can trade. So that is then plus all my passion was into trading only. So so I took it very seriously. So more serious than I took my like more. I gave more importance to this. Like once I realized that okay, this is something that I could pursue. Okay. So, see, I'm not kind of telling any one of you not to study or something. Okay. Definitely, you should kind of find what your passion is. So, accordingly, you should be working on it. So, if your passion is something else, you pursue that. Fine. So, I hope you can. No, no. So, it totally depends on your passion, basically. Okay. So, if I'm comfortable with this, so maybe some of you will be there definitely who is kind of really good at some other skill. So, find out what your passion is. And right now the thing is, it is very important that you have like multiple streams of income. So not just one single stream is kind of going to help you. If you have like multiple streams of income, that is always best, because even though you kind of face some struggle in with one stream, the other stream is always there as a backup. Okay, so you can actually connect with me directly uh, through my, what do you say, what do you, yeah, so through my Instagram you can actually directly connect with me. So this is my Instagram ID. So my team handles this account. So I will also mail the content with you through mail. Okay, if you have any questions you can feel free, like let it be related to investing or let it be related to trading. As far as of my knowledge, I'll be able to help you. If you have any questions, specific questions now, you can ask me. So the person who asked me about options, okay, options are completely different logic. So for example, let me say that we have coconut and coconut oil, right? So coconut oil is the underlying asset. Sorry, coconut is the underlying asset and coconut oil is the derivative. Now we know if the price of coconut goes up, coconut oil price will also go up, right? Yeah. So that is the relation between like options and stocks. So based on the price of the underlying, that is the Bank Nifty or Nifty, the index, the price of what do you say? The price of options will change. So a lot of things are there. So any specific questions? See, please feel free to ask me. Like we kind of got very less questions today as compared to yesterday or day after. Okay. So no questions. Okay. So since some of you kind of asked like how to start a Demat account, right? I'll just show you that too. Okay. So Zerodha is like one broker. I'll show you the site. Okay, the site that you're kind of seeing right now, right? The platform that you're seeing. So this is the platform of Zerodha broker. So basically, whichever stock you want, you can actually add. So if you want to add Asian Paints, you kind of add to your watch list. If you want to buy, you can buy it directly from here. So you add money to your Demat account. So this is the place from where you trade, you perform your transactions, all these things. So Zerodha is one broker. Now, if you kind of require any help in starting an account with Zerodha, so I'll kind of give you a number too. Just hold on. So his name is Karthik. So you can actually text him on WhatsApp. His name is Karthik. Okay, so he's our relationship manager with Zerodha. In case you want any help in starting a Demat, he would be able to guide you. Now, Upstock's account opening is free. The thing is, you have to, what do you say? You kind of have to, okay, sorry, account opening is not free. Instead, you get, what do you call that? Brokerage credit. Okay, so when you trade, you don't have to pay brokerage till 400 rupees. You don't have to pay brokerage. So account opening is somewhere around 250 rupees something. Okay. So I'll just show you the platform of Upstocks also. So this is the site of Upstocks. Now, for somebody who is completely new, like you can even have a look at their demo platform. So Upstocks has something called as Upstocks demo. So you can have a look at this also during your free time. So let's say that I want to add some stocks over here. Okay, guess something's wrong with my net now. See, some of you must already be having a Demat. So if you already have a Demat, it is fine. You use the same. You really don't need any new Demat account. Okay. So this is our referral link for Upstocks. If you have any specific questions, you may ask me now. Now, like you people ask me regarding that futures thing, right? Options, futures, and all. So I'll just show you a set of videos that you may actually directly check upon. So we basically have a playlist. The first playlist that you kind of know, you can actually check it out. May I just know practically used option pricing model. Okay. So how is the tax charge on your total P&L? Okay. So the thing is, Abdul, like if all profits above 1 lakh rupee is taxed according to my income tax slab. Okay, so till 1 lakh rupee you don't have to pay any taxes. So all profits above 1 lakh rupee, so short-term capital gains tax, you kind of have to pay. Okay, that is for trading. Now, when it comes to these investments and all, the kind of taxation is different. So may I just know the practically used option pricing model? So Uttara is kind of asking me, Uttara, could you please unmute yourself? Gayatri is asking, can we open a Demat account without brokers? No, Gayatri, you need to have a broker who is going to facilitate the transactions for you. Else you have to become a broker. Uttara, Could you please? I didn't get your question specifically. If you're asking me like how the price of
Yes, sir.
Hi Uttara.
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm working out with some theoretical stuff
Okay.
on option pricing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I found out many models, binomial, thresholds, etc.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Fine.
I just wanted to know which is the practically used option pricing model.
Okay. So Uttara, like I'm not the right person to answer this. So I'm basically a price action trader. Okay, this is like I'm not much worried about the option Greeks or something. I basically trade purely based on open interest and looking at the volume analysis. So whenever there is a right opportunity, we go long. Whenever there is a right opportunity, we go short. So basically, we use options as point of a trader. Okay, so we are personally not using any Greeks. We are just trading based on price action.
Okay.
I wouldn't be the best person to answer to you.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
So what are you kind of working on? So you basically are you developing some software or something? Hello, Uttara, like in case you're kind of developing some software or something, in the sense you are very much concerned about how the pricing is derived, then like what I can do is I don't know if you have heard about Define Edge solutions. So I can actually connect you with one of my friends at Define Edge Solutions. So he is the one who kind of
Okay.
developed this platform called Obstra by Definers. So he is one among other people in the Obstra Definers team. So they'll be able to develop you, help you with the what do you say, the formulas and all they used for calculating the premium. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
okay, so I'll be able to help you. You can just connect with me. So we will be able to help you with that. I'll connect you with that person. So maybe he will be the best person to answer the formula. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
actually, like what calculations are you using? Are you kind of looking at binomial method? Oh, hello.
No, sir. I'm just. Hello, sir.
Yeah, you're just. I guess some issues.
I'm just.
Yeah,
I just. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Please tell me, Uttara. Okay, okay, some issues, I guess. So that's a brilliant question that she kind of asked. However, like I wouldn't be the best person because something out of my field. Okay. So yeah. So any further questions? So yeah, I think Vishnu, I think we are kind of done for the day. So in case if you can mail me their email ID list, I can definitely update them with the content.
Yeah, sure, sir. I'll give you the details of
Yes, sir.
everyone. Their mail ID.
So yeah, maybe I'll be able to forward it to you by tomorrow only. So tomorrow, like by
Yeah,
tomorrow evening, I'll be able to give you the content.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So we have come to an end of our session today in getting started with stock market. So I hope the past 3 days was really informative for everyone. And personally, I feel that the sessions were really beneficial for me, and I hope it is the same as well for the others. I take this opportunity to thank our speaker, Hariprasad sir, for sparing his time to provide us with this workshop. I believe even you enjoyed spending time with us, sir.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So like we kind of got a lot of good questions. The thing is, some like I understand that some of you have been in this field for some good time. So in case you want to have some better clarity about something in depth, you can kind of personally text me. Okay, because the thing is like in case like if I kind of just get into the broader areas, it wouldn't be beneficial to most of you. That's the reason like we kind of did the basics. Okay, you can kind of connect with me, no issues. So you can connect with me through mail as well. My mail ID is hari@livelongtech.com. Hari@livelongtech.com. Anyways, I'll just type in the chat box too. Else, you can connect with us directly on Instagram. That is also fine. Fine. So yeah. So I guess so. Thank you, Vishnu. So thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. It was a really great session.
Oh, okay.
So, thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot. Okay, Vishnu. Thanks.
Okay. The recordings of the session will be uploaded in our YouTube channel by tomorrow. So, hope everyone enjoyed the session. Thank you. Certificates will be sent to your mail ID along with a feedback form. Thank you.